Did Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner split up once more? Here's the most recent update on their relationship. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Kendall Jenner is one of the most famous faces in the world. She is a supermodel, a member of the Kardashian-Jenner family, and a constant presence in the headlines. People follow her fashion, her runway walks, her brand deals, and her life on social media. But more than anything else, what gets people talking most often is her love life. Fans across the world are always curious about who she is dating, how serious things are, and whether she has found someone she might settle down with. Over the years, Kendall has been linked to several famous people, but her relationship with NBA star Devin Booker has always stood out as one of her most talked about romances. Devin Booker is a huge name in the basketball world. Playing for the Phoenix Suns, he has built a reputation as one of the best players in the NBA. His talent, calm personality, and success on the court have made him a star. Off the court, his name often comes up because of his connection to Kendall Jenner. Fans have long been fascinated by their relationship, with moments of closeness, public appearances, and quiet private time together always sparking rumors. People have gone from thinking they were casually dating, to believing they were very serious, to wondering if they were about to get married. Earlier this year, in February, Kendall and Devin gave fans plenty of reasons to believe they were back together for good. They were seen together in Aspen, looking cozy and happy. They appeared at a dinner party in New York City, where they were openly affectionate. On social media, pictures and stories hinted that the two were spending time together again. It looked like the love between them had returned stronger than before, and many fans thought this time it might last. People even started talking about the possibility of wedding bells in the near future. But now, just months later, the news has come out that Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker have broken up again. According to insiders who spoke to Us Weekly, the two have once more decided to go their separate ways. The news has surprised fans because their relationship seemed to be back on track. But as many people who have followed their story know, things between Kendall and Devin have always been a bit of a roller coaster. Their romance goes back to 2020, when they were first spotted on a road trip together in Sedona, Arizona. At first, it seemed like a fun getaway between friends, but it quickly became clear that something more was happening. Over time, the two were seen together more often, at basketball games, dinners, vacations, and even on Kendall's Instagram stories. The relationship had its ups and downs, but for a long time it seemed like they had something real and special. In 2022, however, news broke that they had split. Reports said that Kendall and Devin were struggling with the pressures of their busy lives. She was traveling constantly for work, fashion shows, and campaigns, while he was tied to the demands of the NBA season. It was hard for them to find enough time for each other, and eventually, that became too big of a challenge. By November 2022, the two had ended things, though insiders said they remained friendly. After that breakup, Kendall was linked to other people. In 2023, she briefly dated Puerto Rican singer Bad Bunny. Their outings together drew massive media attention, and fans had strong opinions about the pairing. Still, many people never stopped wondering if she and Devin would eventually find their way back to each other. There always seemed to be a lingering connection between them. Then, in 2024, Kendall and Devin were spotted again at the Super Bowl, sharing a suite. People quickly began speculating that their story wasn't over. They appeared comfortable and close, and it reignited the idea that they might reconcile. And sure enough, by early 2025, they were back together, with sightings and reports confirming that their romance had sparked again. This made fans excited because they believed the two had matured and figured out how to balance their busy lives. Seeing them together again in Aspen in February 2025 made it seem like they had worked through their past issues. Friends of the couple even said they looked very solid and were in a much better place. That's why the news of yet another breakup has come as a disappointment to so many. According to Us Weekly, the most recent breakup happened sometime in April 2025, though the news was reported in June. Insiders said that the couple faced the same difficulties that had troubled them before. Their schedules did not match, they struggled with communication, and they often found themselves on different pages about where the relationship was headed. Even though they cared about each other, these problems made it hard for them to continue as a couple. It is worth remembering that both Kendall and Devin live extremely busy lives. Kendall is not only a model but also deeply involved in business projects, fashion collaborations, and her family's television empire. She travels constantly for work, often moving from one country to another within days. Devin, on the other hand, spends most of his time either on the court or preparing for games. The NBA season is long and demanding, with players often away from home for extended periods. The reality of these two different lifestyles makes it difficult for them to spend consistent time together. For many couples, long-distance relationships are hard, but for Kendall and Devin, the challenge is magnified by the fact that their lives are constantly in the public eye. Every move they make is watched, photographed, and discussed. This can add pressure, even when things are going well. Insiders have suggested that, while Kendall and Devin care about each other, the constant attention and the inability to have a normal private life makes things even more complicated. This isn't the first time Kendall's relationships have faced this kind of pressure. Being a Jenner comes with non-stop attention, and Kendall has often tried to keep her personal life more private compared to some of her sisters. Still, no matter how hard she tries, fans and media always find a way to follow her romances. With Devin, it was even harder to stay out of the spotlight because he is also a celebrity in his own right. When two famous people come together, the attention is doubled, and that can create stress. Despite the breakup, many fans are not ready to believe this is truly the end for Kendall and Devin. Their history shows that they often circle back to each other. Some supporters even think this split might be temporary, and that the two could once again reconcile in the future. Others believe that while they have love for each other, their lives may simply be too different to make things work long-term. It is also worth mentioning that Kendall's dating life has always attracted a lot of curiosity. People often compare her relationships to those of her sisters, who are known for very public romances. Kendall, however, has often said that she prefers to keep things more low-key. She doesn't post too much about her partners and rarely speaks openly about her love life in interviews. This makes fans even more curious, because every sighting or hint of romance feels like a rare glimpse into her private world. Devin, on his part, is also known to be more private. While many athletes share details about their personal lives on social media, Devin has tended to focus on basketball and avoid oversharing. This may be another reason why fans are so invested in his relationship with Kendall, because whenever the two are spotted together, it feels like an event. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.